physicians and nursing students. As an alternative to the American Medical Association, in 1895, I co-founded the National Medical Association Hospital, a professional organization for Black medical practitioners. I also found the first interracial hospital named Provident Hospital. I experienced a debilitating stroke in 1926 and died 5 years later on August 4th, 1931, in Idlewild, Michigan. My work is still remembered to this day.
Amen. Thank you so much. Daniel Hell Williams, portrayed by Wesley London. Give him another hand. Awesome job.
Tear it up.
Thank God for our musicians, and he is also one of them who will be rotating back around. So thank God for all the gifts and
Daniel Hell had double duty. He was on the keyboard and
operating on people and on the keyboard. So last but not least, we will have Leon Sanders, who will be portraying Leon Thomas. So give him a hand.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I am Leon Thomas, and I was born on April 8th, 1939, as the seventh of 12 children. Born into a large family of very little possessions and income, I lived with 11 siblings along with my parents in a small 2-bedroom, 1-bath home. I was one of only 2 who had the opportunity to attend 4-year college in my family and successfully graduate. Like many young boys, I had many great dreams. One which was to pursue a career in electrical engineering, and the other to be a pilot from the time I was a little boy. My 7 brothers and I were very mechanical, and I could be found on any given day working on a number of cars that neighbors or people seeking assistance would drop off in our front yard. My brothers and I were good with our hands, and we considered it a blessing to be able to work on cars to help others while young. Upon graduating from high school, I chose a career in electrical engineering even though my parents and siblings did not have the same education level or opportunities. Overcoming amazing obstacles and many odds, I went on to graduate from North Carolina A&T State University with a BS degree in electrical engineering. Shortly after, I was recruited from North Carolina A&T State University to work at the Naval Mine Engineering Facility in Yorktown, Virginia. I was one of the first African American to hold an office at the facility at this level, and moved to Newport News, Virginia as a result, shortly after marrying Dorothy Worthy, my college sweetheart. Being a first as an African American during the early 60s, one can easily understand the scrutiny that was placed on me at my facility. I had to have impeccable qualities to first be recommended for the job, and as well as great character to keep the job. Someone was always looking over my shoulder. Though I was happy to be an engineer gainfully employed, I was a guru amongst my peers. I earned great respect and tenure, faithfully remaining employed at the same facility until retirement at age 55. I also traveled the world abroad designing proprietary weaponry and maintaining classified information while holding top governmental security level clearance. Not only was I a first in my career field, but now having a family, a wife and 4 girls, I was a first African American to pursue aviation as a private hobby during my era amongst my local peers. My love for airplanes combined with a capacity for engineering resulted in a self-made airplane built within 7.5 years in the garage of my Denby home. As a college student, I pursued a private and commercial license as a young man, and shortly after began taking flying lessons. The expense of the lessons coupled with school tuition forced me to put aviation on hold for a while. However, upon graduating from college, I learned to fly at the Langley Aero Club, where I tried to encourage others interested in flying to do the same. Afterwards, I acquired a Piper Cherokee and flew it on a regular basis from Patrick Henry Airport, as far south as Disney World, and as far north as Niagara Falls. Having purchased my private plane, perfectly fit for the entire family, I continued to fly my personal aircraft along with other planes up and down the East Coast on personal business and vacations. Additionally, beyond being a first African American private pilot and an enthusiast locally, I accomplished another first, which was to build my own experimental aviation aircraft. Upon seeing an experimental T-18 Thorpe in a neighboring hangar one day by John Thorpe, a veteran aircraft designer native to California, I fell in love with the model of the plane and decided to build one. I love the fact that the two-seater cruised at 200 miles per hour with a range of 500 miles. I was determined to build the aircraft. Unlike all others who would build a plane from a kit and sought out the challenge to buy the raw materials and handcraft each part myself. Because my plan did not include a kit, it took expertise of being able to work with my hands, along with great patience, perseverance, and dedication. It also took a lot of support from my family, being that I already traveled a lot for my job, with many late night hours in my garage following a full days of work. Many of times I would come straight home and balance between family activities or working on my experimental T-18 plane, a nightly responsibility. I had to forgo flight time on my other plane, the Cherokee Piper, while I built my T-18, because a lot of my leisure time was consumed back into the tools. Hours of tedious molding of metal and thousands of dollars in machinery. It took years before I could have a chance to see the plane come together. Sometimes 100 parts had to be made before I could put any of them together. I often saw model planes built by 3 to 4 people because one person would start it, then he'd get tired of it and sells it off to someone else. However, I chose to persevere partly because I considered building relaxing. My favorite saying was, everybody's got something they have to do to relax. I don't drink or smoke, so I build. And build, I did. My lifelong pursuit against the odds were successful because of persistence and patience. Not only did I successfully build a plane, but while balancing my jobs, mounting workload and pressure, and taking the time to spend with my family, years later, I came close to completing a second experimental plane and restoring over 25 cars after retirement, 4 of which I bequeathed to my grandchildren before I passed away. I love to give back. I was an active deacon within my church as a young dad at Carver Memorial Presbyterian, and later in life, a mentor to young boys as a part of 100 Black Men of America, encouraging them to follow their greatest dreams as well. After a hard-fought battle to recover from a stroke and congestive heart failure, I went home to be with the Lord on September 4th, 2014. I was known to be a genuine, hardworking, knowledgeable, practical, loving husband, father, engineer, pilot, and man of God who looked to leave a major impact on all I came in contact with. Thank you, and God bless.
Good job. Leon Thomas, portrayed by Leon Sanders. Amen?
Which is my wife's father. Amen?
Yes.
Amen. So some of you have got a chance to meet him. Awesome gentleman and love the build. He used to always tell me, whatever you can put your mind to, you can do. And when he showed me one of the planes, as they were talking about, that he built, I thought he got a kit for it. I'm glad he put that in his speech. No, he didn't get the kit. He found the model plane that he wanted to build, and he manufactured all of the parts. He cut them. He was just a brilliant guy. It took him 7 years to do it, but he was determined that he was going to get it done, and he was going to do it from his unique style. So it was just an awesome feat that he could do, just brilliant. Amen. He used to always look at me and say, "How you can do the same thing?" I'm like, "Nah, I can't do that. I can do other things. I can help build a church, but I'm gonna let you take care of the planes." Amen.
Amen.
And every time I went up there, if something was wrong with my car, he would hear it and say, "Okay, we need to fix that, but I'm not gonna fix it for you. You're gonna fix it with me." And I would have to fix it with him, and he would,
Educate.
Again, always encourage others to come out of their comfort zone and learn and build. Amen?
Amen.
So we celebrate all of their lives. So let's give them all a hand clap.
Woo-hoo.
They did a great job. Come on.
Yeah.
Let's give them a sentence.
Woo-hoo.
We know how hard it is to get up and speak.
Y'all did a great job.
But they
today.
prepared. Some are personally may have been shy, but guess what? They moved beyond their shyness and they stepped out and to speak to you. I want to give the youth band team a hand clap as well. Come on, give us a.
All right now.
Come on, drums. Come on.
Got a live band here
Okay.
now.
Wesley and Howie T. Good to have you all. We're going to get ready and.
Oh, okay.
What up?
There you are. Okay. Okay.
We're going to get ready and Stand to your feet. We're going to get ready to close out.
Amen.